This is insane. The Knicks have been linked to a huge trade for Russell Westbrook. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new content. And now, let's get started. The Knicks are linked to a Russell Westbrook trade. It's that time of the year. The closer that we get to the trade deadline, the crazier these reports are going to get. And Russell Westbrook to the Knicks, what could be crazier than that? That move could be on the table once again after these latest reports. Shout out to Daily Knicks and Knicks insider Chris Persiani for giving us this following information and answering the following question. How possible is a trade that brings Russell Westbrook to New York? According to Persiani, Westbrook signed a one-year, $3.6 million veterans minimum deal with the Sacramento Kings near the end of the offseason. The recently signed restriction on his deal does not allow him to be dealt anytime before January 16th. However, if he was to be dealt, what would the Knicks have to give up in order to trade for Westbrook and get him on this team? Because you got to remember, at the trade deadline, many reports are indicating that the Knicks are looking to add a veteran guard. Persiani continues by stating the following. However, with all other factors standing, the Knicks would be able to offer Tyler Kolek, who's currently making $2.1 million, and sign for several more seasons to a team-friendly rate deal in exchange for Russell Westbrook. The swap would only leave New York approximately $43,000 of space underneath the second apron, but they would not go above it despite Westbrook making more than Kolek. Attaching a second-round pick or two to Kolek should certainly intrigue the Kings at bare minimum, given their plethora of veteran guards. 14th place record in the Western Conference, and the hypothetical trade granting them the ability to sell their fans on a more youth-oriented direction. How much Westbrook would truly help the Knicks' second unit is unknown, with guards Deuce McBride and Jordan Clarkson pulling plenty of weight thus far this season. However, he could provide New York with a reliable Hart backup given his high motor and propensity for rebounding as a guard. I find it so interesting that Persiani is trying to sell New York on Russell Westbrook by stating at the end there that potentially Westbrook could be a backup for Josh Hart off the bench. And with Josh Hart starting now, having another Josh Hart-like player off the bench like a Russell Westbrook who can pass, who can steal the ball, who can run up and down the court, who can get others involved. Westbrook can do all of that. So off the bench for the Knicks in that type of role, I would love to see him on this team. However, a few things first that we have to talk about. Number one, Westbrook wanted to come to New York, and New York was interested in Westbrook during the offseason before they had to actually even trade to get him on this team. So why didn't Westbrook join the Knicks in free agency? One main reason, and it's the same reason why he likely should not be traded to the Knicks right now. He does not want the role the Knicks have to offer him. Westbrook, by the way he's playing right now for the Kings, he looks phenomenal, playing very good basketball. If he can play like that for New York, there is no reason why New York should not want Russell Westbrook on this team. However, if it's up to Westbrook, I'm sure he does not want to join the Knicks, because if he did, his role would not be the same. It would be smaller, and due to that, he likely would not have the impact he's having in Sacramento right now. I'm sure Knicks fans would love it. I'm sure Mike Brown would love it. I'm sure a couple of Knicks players would love it. But if Westbrook wouldn't love it, if his heart would not be fully into it, then there's really not a reason to add Westbrook to this team, and definitely not trade for him, especially when you're talking about trading Tyler Kolek. Now, I'm not saying that Kolek has even the legacy, 1/10 of the legacy that Russell Westbrook has in this league. It's not even close. I'm not saying that. But here's what I am saying. Tyler Kolek, two of the biggest issues with his game, aggressiveness and his defense. Has anybody been watching Tyler Kolek during this season? He's more aggressive. His defense is on another level, likely because his mentor is Mikal Bridges. And when you work around a great defensive player like Mikal Bridges, it's only a matter of time before some of those tendencies, they start to rub off on you. And Tyler Kolek, it's clear. He is learning under the guidance of Mikal Bridges. And it looks good. Very good. Do you really want to trade that type of player to the Sacramento Kings? And maybe potentially he's given even more minutes there. He shines, he goes off. And then a few years from now, you think to yourself, imagine if we had that kid backing up Jalen Brunson. Newsflash, you have it right now. Do not trade Tyler Kolek. Keep Tyler Kolek. If you're going to make a trade and you're going to add another player to this team, trade Pacome Dadier and get another wing to add to this roster, because that's the move the Knicks should make. Don't add another guard. Do not think about veteran point guards anymore. Why? Because Tyler Kolek, every single time you give him minutes, he is showing out. He's giving you points. He's giving you defense. He's getting other players involved. He's showcasing that playmaking ability. Tyler Kolek has arrived. He has earned that backup point guard position. Now it's up to Mike Brown and the Knicks to rightfully give it to him. And shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us this updated information and these latest odds on who's going to win the game tomorrow night between the Knicks and the Celtics. As you can see here by the money line, the New York Knicks are at -126, while the Boston Celtics, they're at +108. If the Knicks were playing this game at home, I promise you, their odds would be a lot higher. Boston doesn't have to be the juggernaut it was a few years ago for the Knicks to take them seriously. No matter who they have, no matter who's playing, this will always and forever be a rivalry game. So the Knicks need to lock in and focus and make sure they get this W. Winning at home, I love it. Protect home court, 10-1. I am celebrating right there with you. But our road record, it needs to get better. You want to know why? Because the good teams, the championship level teams, they win no matter where they are. Home, on the road, Las Vegas, it doesn't matter. New York, they need to adopt that same mindset. They're about to head to Vegas if they can get past the Raptors in the quarterfinals next week of the NBA Cup. They need to get there. And winning on the road, having that confidence to win on the road against the Boston Celtics, that is a win New York needs to get. It's going to be up to Mikal Bridges playing that lockdown defense. It's going to be up to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to him, Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He absolutely deserves it, and he's going to show tomorrow night why he is the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He is going to go off against the Celtics. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Why? Because Jalen Brunson, even on his off nights, always seems to find a way to shine and help New York win the game. And tomorrow night will not be any exception. We're also going to need big play from Josh Hart and the Knicks bench. But over the course of these last few games, during this win streak, the bench has been on fire. Josh Hart has been playing out of his mind. And this Knicks team is finally starting to click, is finally starting to show that chemistry, is finally starting to play on another level. The NBA is taking notice. and they can't do anything to stop it. Because when the Knicks look this good, when they're playing this good, when they're clicking and rolling in this way, no one in the NBA can touch them. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks potentially trading for Russell Westbrook? And if they do that, they'll likely have to give up Tyler Kolek in the process. Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.